An important court hearing for YNW Melly revealed his release date. A report goes and shares, YNW Melly has been incarcerated for 1,870 days despite not being found guilty. His latest court hearing shared his next possible release date, as it goes on to detail everything going on with YNW Melly right now. It begins with Danny Polo returning from the original trial to now help the new lead prosecutor. These two together investigated through Melly's social medias, to which they found a very concerning post.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Doug, and he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Demons has the big D hand signs displayed.
Right, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
This would end up revealing that Melly's team YNW has street ties connected to Young Thug's team YSL. It came out at a very convenient time for the police department, as Melly's lawyers were just ready to put in paperwork for Melly's bond release, as it all began with a report of, and I quote, YNW Melly's mother, Jamie King, informed a friend about the trial update and the appeal process via Instagram Live. King shared the appeal process can now take anywhere from 5 months to a year, leaving many to believe that the police shoving this new evidence through found on Melly's social media makes not only the police department very corrupt, but it really proves that they want to keep Melly inside of jail.
It delayed my baby's trial again, so
it finished and now it was
a mistrial.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't give him a bond, which I've never heard of people not getting a bond on a mistrial.
I
have a retrial.
I have because my kids' people same happened and no bond. Yeah.
It's like what? And then now it's delayed again because the judge ruled on a bunch of evidence from the first trial that wasn't going to be allowed to be used.
Right.
So the prosecutors appealed the ruling. So now it's gone to the 4th DCA. And that can take anywhere between 5 months and a year.
Yeah,
so you don't like what the judge said because your warrants were illegal.
As even Melly's mother seems very stressed out and disappointed with what the police department have been doing. Right when YNW Melly has his best chance at release on bond until the retrial begins, they just so happen to find that new evidence on Melly. It relates perfectly to what Boosie said, as he would react to the situation, sharing that when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me God damn.
Yeah.
After a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
Which really makes the Florida Police Department look corrupt. However, YNW Melly's mother, Jamie King, and his lawyers, they tried countering all of this new evidence. Melly has been sitting inside of jail now for 5 years, so they would make their best effort to have him released soon. As his mother, Jamie King, is worried about Melly's health and safety, as she would end up revealing that YNW Melly is not even allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail inside of jail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
As Melly's mother knew she had to make a move to try to save her son, she would start a petition in Florida to just have law officials look into Melly's situation. She would end up getting over 50,000 signatures, and we have still heard nothing. Melly's mother then had to take it to a public interview to go and state the following.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, They are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As the entire court situation has been very hard on YNW Melly's mother. Even during the first trial, we saw YNW Melly asking in a court session if she's okay and if she's doing well.
Sorry.
However, Boosie would end up reacting and sharing that Melly is likely also going to be getting affected in his upcoming retrial, as he would also share the stress that YNW Melly's mother has gone through thus far.
Okay, so
Then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
A major reason that YNW Melly also hasn't been released yet all revolves around the newest evidence that has just been found, and let me explain. It all begins with a man named J Hood, a close friend of late King Von, who would end up sharing a secret that Melly allegedly told King Von in confidence, as King Von would end up sharing the secret with people that live inside of O Block.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walter Bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
Revealing that allegedly Sack Chaser and Juvie were going after YNW Melly for financial gain, as some sources are even going as far as to saying that YNW Melly likely asked King Von for some help on what to do on the situation. If you know anything about King Von and his resume, he definitely knows how to get a job done, and he knows how to defend himself. So do you think that King Von may have gave YNW Melly advice on the situation? Let me know down below in the comments. But when you add that evidence shared by J Hood to the evidence found on Melly's cell phone, it starts to paint a very concerning picture, as there was a text message found on YNW Melly's phone of him literally admitting to doing the crime.
The PT Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Then once you add the evidence shared by Sergeant Williams, it basically confirms that YNW Melly was there in the crime, and he must have done the crime from the back left seat.
That has some movement in it, which is around site L here. The actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes.
As with Sergeant Williams revealing the crime must have occurred from somebody sitting in the back left seat, YNW Juvie's mother would even go to the stand to share who was sitting there.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 2/19/15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
While it seemed as if things couldn't get any worse, it actually does. As rappers stated that Melly's trial has now hit a critical state due to what YNW Bortland did to Melly. As while everyone believed that Bortland was gonna snitch on YNW Melly, instead, he did something even worse. As it all begins with the new charges going against the two YNW boys.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. YNW Melly, his real name is Jamel Demons, he's actually in plain clothes in the courtroom for the first time in months, again, as this judge really starts the long process of seating a new jury.
As these new charges were connected to YNW Bortland's massive mistake, it would be announced that Bortland was arrested for witness tampering, as while his house was being raided by the feds, they found insane paperwork against Bortland and Melly.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with a witness.
As it would even be announced by Rice and Paul, here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of YNW Bortland's house last week as filed into the Broward clerks. Alongside these photos here, of Bortland detailing where certain jurors were sitting and even a description of what they look like. To understand how serious of a crime this actually is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They're like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.